All right, guys, we are back in the gym. Okay, if you guys notice, we've got kind of a new setup going on. I've got a actual camera. I've got the actual mic with all of it. You know, we're coming back. This is post-surgery. This is like, I mean, genuinely like a 2-month gap of me not working out. You know, going into this is the second surgery I've had to do just in my life. And like the first one was on my hip. So that one, like, even before, same thing, like going into the gym, like right before you have surgery, you're kind of like, well, dude, what's the point? So you kind of like, it's really hard to not lose faith. And it's a bad thing to do it, but at the same point in time, like you literally do know you're going to lose that very quickly right after. I'm down 10 pounds right now. I am weighing in at 152 pounds. All right, 152 pounds, 6'2". It's pretty awful. I wouldn't say, like, I don't know. I kind of think I look it. I kind of think I don't. I would say I'm at least, like, I look like I'm 170. But normally most people think I sit around 180, 190, somewhere in that. So you can definitely tell I'm down. My abs kind of really aren't there right now. My muscles have just gone down, everything with that. But, you know, we went through the recovery process. I still will be recovering. I mean, it's not just 2 months and you're completely done. I still will be going back through this. And then my recovery process for the gym now is going to be, you know, I got to go in, start slow. I really got to stretch everything out. The worst thing that could happen to me is I go in and immediately pull something and then I'm fucking out again. So, you know, we're locked in, we're going hard. Sun is out, you know, it's starting to get like 80 degrees. You know, we'll have some warmer weather. Getting ready for summer. I'll go back down to the lake, everything with that. Hopefully I'll have some badass content. You know, I'm very thankful for everything that is happening right now. You know, process I'm going through, you know, this was an awful recovery. My hip was pretty bad, but that one I at least knew what to expect. This one, you know, with it being my nose, I thought it was going to be something, you know, pretty normal. This sucked. This was like an actual awful recovery. It affects things you wouldn't even think of, you know, sleeping, sneezing. Like sneezing, anytime I sneeze, it hurts. I got to open my mouth to sneeze. I became a mouth breather. So to fix that, I'm using mouth tape, stuff like that. So my mustache is getting messed up every night. The mouth tape is helping. Still, you know, a lot of stuff with that. My nose still isn't fully great. You know, right now it's allergy season, so it's all stuffed up with that. But, you know, we're going to go in here. We're going to have a fucking awesome kick-ass day back in the gym. We will be hitting a back and bi day. You know, that seems only right, only fair. That is my favorite day. That's what we're going to start out with. And we're starting out like in a Wednesday because, you know, I had restrictions for my nose, for everything with it. And also I just didn't feel comfortable working out until now. And it'll still be a good test and fate to see if I am ready to work out or not. This could be a video, you know, I might not even post this. I could try and go work out and be like, nope, not happening. Because, you know, there's a lot of strain, a lot of stress, still some things, you know, still movement. I really want to try and prioritize my health in this, because that's what it's all about. You know, that's why you go to the gym, get jacked, look good, be healthy. But in order to do that, you have to be able to breathe right. So that's why we got the surgery. That's why everything with it. So I'm filming with my Osmo Pocket 3. Let's go in, have a badass day. And the other cool thing I will say with this is, you know, since I do go to Flex and KC, they just remodeled everything. I missed a complete opening party. I really wanted to go to that, see everything they were doing. I love this gym. I love the community around this gym. But unfortunately, I was not, because, you know, it's still pent up. There's a lot of, you know, self-confidence issues that did happen with the nose. You know, I'd like to say I'm a pretty tough guy. You know, like I'm pretty confident in a lot of aspects. I felt like shit. I felt awful. You don't feel good. You don't look good. You feel gross. You look gross. And you feel like everyone's judging you anywhere you go, especially when half the time my nose is crooked, my eyes are swollen black still. So, I mean, it's a pretty bad process. But, you know, it happened. We're done with it. We're over with it. Hopefully I don't need another surgery going forward. Time will tell. Still dealing with everything on that. But right now we are focused on the gym. We are focused on our content, focused on growing. I've been doing TikTok Shop for the last 2 months and I fucking hate it. I want to be back in the gym. I was just doing that just to, you know, keep my mind busy. I was making money off of that, but that's not the fun I like having. The whole reason I started doing content is because I love the gym. I love the industry around it, the community around it, and I really still want to be the person to influence someone. So, you know, this has been a very spiritual time for me, very getting close to God, you know, getting close to the people around me, stuff like that. You know, this is a tough time, and I definitely couldn't have done that without help from other people. So we're going to go in, knock out a badass back in by day, and let's see what we can look like after this, after not working out for 2 months. You know, I took some videos kind of before showcasing what I looked like, and I'm very curious to see what I look after. So we will get that, and let's see what we do. All right, guys, as you can see, as you guys can see, I haven't done it in forever. Check in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty sore on that, and my wrist is hurting. But we are back in, moving a little bit of weight, starting off pretty slow, but okay. Yeah, I feel like I've taken 2 months off of the gym. This is pretty awful. I am getting very sore through all of this. So, but at least I can see I'm using the muscle. That's one good thing on me. All right. Now I'm on some biceps, and I can already start feeling my bicep vein coming back. Starting getting some of the forearms coming back in as well. Definitely 100% sore. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like whenever you work out your bilateral, like your bicep right here, then you get fucking sore so much. I guarantee tomorrow I'm barely gonna be able to move my arm, but that's okay. I'm trying to go somewhat light today, but trying to find that first weight whenever you're getting back into things, it's kind of like a weird level to do it. So we'll do another set of this and we'll see. Yeah, I will say the number one thing that I think is sore on me, my lats were very sore, but right now my shoulders are fucking cooked. And it's weird because like before the surgery, I literally had shoulders like every day, like every other day. Shoulders are the thing I spam the most, so it's pretty upsetting that that one's the most sore, but it makes sense because they're used to high intensity, and now they're getting nothing. All right, this is probably my favorite back day workout, which my buddy Ben showed me. I call them archer pulls. I've got a video that's like trying to explain more and I'll try to do them, but essentially you're just gonna act like you're pulling a bow whenever it's happening. And then you get that full stretch, you know, in your rear delt, you're going into your lat, you're getting your side delt. Like, it's a completely amazing workout for your shoulder, for your back, and just great for your joint health because you're going through a movement that, you know, you think you go through a lot, but when you're going under tension, sliding, that's going to be the best thing for you. So I love to do these. You can only really do them unilaterally, obviously, but pretty great workout. So do a couple sets of these. will say another thing with these, so you're gonna try and go low. So like you literally have to imagine this is hole in the bow where you're going like to your mouth with it. So you want to go straight up, you want to bring it high. Okay, you're good. You're good. No, you're good, bro. Alright, this is another good workout I like to do. This is my favorite back machine by far, because this one actually rotates with your hand. So for me, having torn labrum, torn AC joint, it makes it a lot easier in that movement because I'm not constricted. Like normally you flare your elbows, but this one I'm able to stay tight because it's my hand that's twisting with it. I start out doing both, and then I go to unilateral after that because you get that warm up, and then once you get to those last reps, those are the ones where you're really making like the full contact with your muscle, everything like that. And with unilateral, you're able to dig in more, just squeeze. Once I go to unilateral, I feel so much more of a tight, like not even a pinch, but I feel the movement up in the top of the lat. That's the whole point of this. Big test of where I'm at for my strength wise post-surgery. It's gonna be how many muscle ups I can do. Peak strength is kind of where I'm normally at. I can do a couple sets of like 10. I hope I can at least do a couple right now. And this is still normally I do it like after my set, so this should be same thing, but granted I haven't been able to work out in 2 months, so we'll see how many I can do here. That'll really give me a baseline of where I'm at. Two and a third, and that felt pretty awful in the elbows. So definitely say I'm still a lot weaker, but that was pretty bad. That makes me feel pretty shitty about where I'm at, but we'll come back. First day, training, so it'll take time. All right, another workout I do this one for biceps and forearms. You can do the cable curls. I superset that with just some wrist twists, and that has helped grow my arms exponentially. So I like doing this versus barbell because you're just able to keep more resistance. Like you can kind of cheat in a little more, but it's all personal preference. I'm a cable guy. This is another workout that I love to do. I do this, you know, pretty often for my for my abs. It's a great core exercise. So I set it up on like the hyper leg extension, whatever this machine's called. I never use it. I never really see anyone use it. Great for your lower back. But essentially what I'm doing, take this, do crunches, but I do it weighted. And that's when you're able to go pretty far back and get that full contraction. And you actually have fight on the way up. So this is my favorite, but I like to take it behind the back, get more pull on it. I can definitely feel that. Yeah, my core is tight. Alright, if you guys are wondering how I kind of set that up, the other hyperextension, and then you hook your feet into a belt, and I just have 245s to kind of balance me out. That way I'm not, otherwise you just tip over with all that, but this is definitely a great workout. Great machine in this gym for some side lateral raises. You can do these single, double, however you want. I honestly do both. I do that for a lot of my workouts. I'll start out double, go to single. So this one's great. I wish more gyms had this machine for sure. Just throughout all that, you can just put that in. Definitely. Alright, so that was pretty much the entire back day. Now we're gonna do some cardio. Doing pretty light. I'll just do like an incline, like a medium speed, something like that. Something to just get my VO2 levels back to where they need to be. Definitely still through this, trying to focus on not breathing through my mouth, breathe through my nose. Nose is still pretty sensitive, I guess would be the good word. So I really need to train instead, like breathing out of my nose instead of breathing out of my mouth. So like right now while I'm talking, breathing out of my mouth because the nose is still clogged, but we'll get that figured out and really focus on how to breathe again, breathing right, and then getting that level up. All right, little post-game interview. A lot of the mixed feelings about this workout, about the day. Super excited, wake up, I was ready for it all last night. I was like setting everything out, almost like a little kid getting ready for school, setting out my clothes. I actually didn't do that, but I got my bag ready, charged everything, made sure it was all good. But the main thing coming in is like, you're going to be weaker. You're not the same person you were 2 months ago. That's a pretty tough thing to do. Sorry, even there. Going through changes in my body. But no, I mean, it's a tough thing to do. I've been able to bench 275. I couldn't touch that right now. Realistically right now, I don't know if I can bench 225 because of, just haven't done it. Haven't been able to bench. I haven't been able to, and I don't even do barbell bench. 275 was me, practicing barbell bench for a little bit and then going to hit it, warming up, doing all the standard procedures for it. But now I can't do that at all. So like all of the weights that I've done, take off a plate at least. That's a pretty tough thing to do as someone who, got really proud of how much they were lifting. Because, even at my height, I was 165 pounds. And that's, I was pushing good weight, 275 on a bench. That's really good. I hit 405 on deadlift. And it was awful form. I don't do deadlift either. So it was 405, like doing an RDL. So it's really good to know that I can get there. It's just going to take time. So, I mean, throughout this workout, like if you guys have watched my previous videos, you see the weights that I'm doing are a lot lower. It looks like I'm warming up. And right now, that's all of my top set. Like I'm pretty burned out. But also the other thing is I still have a little bit in my reserve because my muscle is literally fatiguing before anything else. Like normally when I'm at my peak, I'm able to fatigue my entire body together. Like, if you're working out, you're working hard, you target your muscle. That's the goal, is to fatigue the muscle. So, I hit my goal, but I'm still not as sore as I would like to be because traditionally I'm able to go harder. And whenever I'm working out, I'm hitting these other muscles, just an engagement because I'm doing so much weight that it's pulling everything in. Right now, I'm doing such little weight that it's literally targeting my delts, my traps, my lats, my low back, or well, I guess I didn't even do anything for my lower back. But, it's my biceps, my forearms, everything that I hit today. Those are all relatively sore, but they're not as sore as they normally would be because they're not used to and they're not able to go to the strength of what it is. But, overall, I'm just glad to be back in the gym. This is the first time that I've forced myself to talk to the camera the entire time, and it is fucking awkward, guys. I mean, this is so awkward. People will stare at you, stuff like that, but it's one of those things that, I literally got more confident throughout the day on it. It doesn't matter. None of these people matter in my life. So what if they see me record a video? So what if I look stupid? The only so what you should be worried about is so what if this actually makes it? So what if this actually hits? So what if this video itself makes me $1 million? If this video gets me a brand deal, if this video gets me towards anyone, like if this video puts me in contact with someone that can make my life better, why not do that? And then just overall through it, I'm getting more confident, especially in a time where I need confidence. My confidence level during that surgery was fucking down here. I looked like shit, felt like shit, couldn't do anything. I was not happy. I was very depressed. I'm still not happy or not depressed now, but it's one of those things. You got to get yourself out of the rut. You got to climb. So I'm forcing myself to talk to the camera. I'm forcing myself to do these videos. I love doing it, but it's like right now, that's the whole thing with the gym is like, you love the gym, but there's days you don't want to do it. This is a day I don't want to do any of that. That's just sweat, not a tear. I'm getting emotional on you guys, but not that emotional yet. But it's one of those things, you know, you got to force yourself to do the things that you don't want to do in order to make yourself a better man. That's what my channel is about. That's what I want it to be about. So, I mean, it's a great message for everything. You know, part of me really wanted to come to the gym. Part of me wanted to stay in bed, hide, you know, not come out. It would be so easy for me to not ever go to the gym again. But that's not what I want. I want good things in life. I want to be back to where I was. I want to be better than where I was. And I want to continue to be a better man, influence other people in the gym, you know. I don't know if anyone will actually ever watch these videos. I don't know if anyone will, you know, use the content, you know, for their workouts, take advice, you know, whether it's the physical advice when I'm telling you guys how to do these workouts, stuff like that, or if you guys are going to take some of the mental advice that I'm giving you about, you know, perseverance, anything like that. There's a show I'm watching right now, Naruto. Everyone, I mean, most people know Naruto. This is the first time I've ever watched it. I'm watching Naruto Shippuden right now. You know, I'm about halfway through, like, in the storyline, not through Shippuden. That one's got so many episodes. But I'd say I'm about halfway through with the original Naruto Shippuden. There are so many life lessons about Naruto, like not giving up, you know, everything's against him. He's still the one looking for good in other people. You're going to have some bad people you run across. You're going to have some bad situations in your life that are going to make you want to give up. I've been there. Don't give up. There's better things coming. I've had better things come throughout this. You know, better people, better ingredients, Papa John's. But, like, legitimately, there's better things coming. And it's up to you to be the one to get to those moments and push yourself to get to that. You have to deserve it. Nothing's going to be handed to you. Even the people that are rich, conglomerate families, anything like that, they've got so many fucking internal problems. You know, I've grown up poor my entire life. I've been homeless, everything with it. And still, I would take my life over anyone else's because I'm better than so many other people. Legit, I'm proud to say that. I've gone through so many of the experiences. I've learned so much at my age that most people think I'm like 30 or at least like my late 20s. And no, I'm 23. I just turned 23. You know, I've made more than most adults. And it's still like, you know, I don't care about the money. I care about the life that I'm able to live and the happiness I'm able to have because, you know, I did not have the family to upbring me in that. I didn't have the friends to do that. You know, I didn't have the opportunities a lot of people had growing up in life. So now it's one of those times where it's up to me to choose the life that I want to live. And that's not going to happen if I'm staying at home, if I'm not pushing myself to go out and be confident and go and do these other things. So, like, at least with my YouTube videos, with my content, stuff like that, this is a self-message for me to continue to be a better person, to continue to put myself out there, to continue to drive myself to do these better things. Because otherwise, I'm just a fucking nobody. I'm just another guy. I mean, that's this thing with, even with content creation, I can do this as much as I want, and it can never work. You know, that's a possibility. That's something I'm prepared for. You know, if I make money off this, you know, if I make a career out of this, hell yeah. If not, I'm glad I still did it. You know, I had a lot of experiences. Yeah, I spent money on it. I mean, I'm filming on a $500-$600 camera right now. I've got all my workout equipment, you know, my gym membership, everything with that. But, you know, I'm a better man, and I'm a better man for trying to be better. All right, that's all that matters, because there's so many people that are happy just doing nothing, you know, working the same job, you know, not changing who they are, you know, just continuing to fall into sin, to continue to fall into substance, everything with it. You know, I've had my problems with everything that anyone else has had, you know, drinking, whatever it might be. But I've pulled myself out of it because I want to be a better person. And it's now like I have friends that want to hang out that all we used to do is go drink. And I'm like, dude, I love you. I'm like, I love the experiences and memories we've had because it's made me a better person. But like, what do we do? Like, what do we do now? I mean, you don't want to come to the gym. That's what I'm about. Like, I'm about getting myself better. So it's one of those things, you know, you kind of have to cut out some of those relationships. And it's, you know, it's a hard thing to do, but it's a good thing to do if you're making yourself a better man. So overall, you know, I mean, this is the first day back, first YouTube video back. I'll edit this, but, you know, I'm excited to see what's going to come. You know, I'll be moving here in about a month, going back down to the lake. So you'll see a lot of different content shift from here to now. But hopefully, you know, I'm trying to work on as much stuff as I can right now, trying to be better. So thank you. Let's continue to fucking grow. I mean, that's literally it. I mean, I'm devoted to growth for me, for you guys. You know, if you guys have any comments, questions, I mean, reach out to me. I'm a normal person. I have some people on some of my other platforms that like literally treat me like I'm a celebrity because I've got 13,000 followers on TikTok. I grew up in fucking Branson, Missouri. I'm a normal guy. I don't think I'm a celebrity at all. It's funny to me that some people actually treat it like that, but I'm just a normal dude. If you guys have questions, if you guys want, legitimately, if you guys want coaching, if you guys want advice, anything on that, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. So thanks for watching.